Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Cameron. I'm back with another reaction video. Today we're reacting to New York woman killed her ex's girlfriend for blocking her. Sentenced. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying that this individual rest in peace. My condolences go out to their loved ones and anyone that may have been affected. Unfortunately, someone did die in the situation, so we're going to start by sending our prayers and condolences out to those that may have been affected. I can't stand when people choose to want to attack their spouse's new partner or want to attack the person that's supposed to cheat on them with. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy to me. And the fact that it says that the girlfriend blocked her, it means that the person clearly knew of her. I'm not saying that I don't know too much about the situation, but she must have known of her to, want to go back and retaliate for whatever reason. Never okay, in my opinion. Either walk away and let the shit go, but to want to attack a person and take their life for some senseless dumb shit or relationship like that, I don't ever agree with, and that's my opinion. But that's enough talking. Let's get into this video and see what's going on. Before we get into this video, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with the like button and post notifications to get notified every time I post a video. Also, if you guys have any videos that you would like for me to react to on social media sites in the description below, feel free to send them in and I react to them. With that being said, let's get right into this video.
Yeah.
Yeah, they live in How did you hear about anything?
Her best friend.
Who is that? What's her name?
Janisa.
Janisa? What did she say?
They need the X number.
That individual that you were talking about before we got disconnected, who is that to her?
That's her ex-boyfriend from like a couple months ago.
A couple months ago? What's his first name?
Javon.
Like J-O?
J-A-V-O-N.
Do you know his last name?
No.
Okay. White or black male?
Black.
Do you know his birth date or how old he is?
No.
Okay. And age range? Can you give me a range of?
Like 26 to 32.
26 to 32 years old. Okay. And do you know if she was still talking to him not as in dating, but just in communication with him the last couple months?
Yes.
Please, let me pray over her. You guys promised me I could pray over her. Please. Please, you guys promised me.
Just wait.
So why are they loading her?
Just wait a second. Where's Mom? Where's Mom?
She's right here.
Hey.
Listen, please. She's right there. You guys don't get it. Please.
Let me talk to Mom.
Fam, it's been 3 long years since we talked about a story of a young woman who was found in her own apartment lying in a puddle of blood from Florida. She was discovered by her boyfriend. And the crazy part, someone say that was the same man who called the police and may have accidentally set this tragedy in motion. Not out of spite, not out of hate, but allegedly because his ex-girlfriend, who had been blocked by the new girlfriend on social media, couldn't handle being cut off. That anger turned into obsession. That obsession turned into an action. And that action led her to travel hundreds of miles using a fake Uber account to do the unthinkable. 3 years later, she finally stood in court, took the stand on her own behalf, learned her fate, and the victim's family finally heard the sentence as they clapped after her in court. So today, we're going over this story, the victim's story, pay our respects, look through the eyes of the body cam footage, what the officer saw, walk into the courtroom during trial, and relive that gruesome day, piece by piece, so you'll understand how something so small turns into something so deadly. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. July 13, 2022, at around 5 a.m., a young woman traveled from New York to South Florida, used a fake Uber account, wearing a wide brim hat, COVID-19 mask, and gloves at the door. She was later identified as Sakanaya Thompson, now 31 years old. She was looking for a woman that was 8 years younger than her, a young woman identified as Kayla Hodges, who was now in a romantic relationship with Thompson's ex-boyfriend. Some say that man was identified as Roberto Robinson. Now, he ended up making a 911 call after not being able to identify and get in contact with his girlfriend after seeing her car in the parking lot.
She's a person, she doesn't leave her dog, especially if her mother's not here.
Okay.
Wearing a wide ex-boyfriend. Some say that man was identified as Roberto Robinson. Now, he ended up making a 911 call after not being able to identify and get in contact with his girlfriend after seeing her car in the parking lot.
She's a person, she doesn't leave her dog, especially if her mother's not here.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, whatever. I went back. left. I went to go get something to eat, and I was like, I'm still calling her and texting her. It's still the same thing. So I drove back again to see if she came back home or anything.
Did you see her car down there at all?
When I came back the second time, I went around the loop. I looked through the gate. I seen her car parked on the outside of the apartment complex. So I drove my car around, and I looked at her license plate because when she comes to my house, I have to register her car. So I looked at the license plate. I'm like, that's her car. So now I come up, now I'm banging on the door because I'm like, your car is here. I'm banging on the door. And then I just check the door, and I check the door to open, and she was right there.
You see when you open the door.
Her body, blood. and when I walked in, and then 1,000 thoughts run through your head at that point because like I just walked in on a girl that I deal with, dead body, and it's just like I immediately like even walked out and I'm like, nah, I gotta call the police. I cannot leave her here like this.
The emergency.
Oh, ma'am, I don't know the address. I just came.
Okay, what is the apartment number? Do you know if that has a building number?
I could go downstairs and check. 1 second, please.
Tell me
You know your girl
exactly what
address?
happened. Okay, on the phone.
Oh, my God.
What does the title say? New York woman killed her ex's girlfriend for blocking her. Okay, so it does kind of equivalent, but this is why it's important when y'all, like when you choose to when you choose to move on from somebody, right? You gotta make sure that everything, all ties is done. You understand, like everything. But this is mainly why I choose to. Me personally is why I choose to when I choose to leave somebody alone and cut somebody off. I want to make sure we end off on cordial terms. You understand? Because you never know how angry or jealous you may make somebody. You understand? Or make sure or how they may react to you deciding to say, you know what, I'm done. I'm dead in you, and I'm just gonna move on with my life. You never know how it'll drive somebody mentally. You understand? So this is why it's very important to make sure when you leaving somebody or you moving on with your life that you end it off in a space where you know it's never gonna come back and bite you in the ass. Just to do it just in case it don't come back and bite you in the ass, because you can never make or predict anybody's actions. You understand? But just that extra step can make you be at ease or with you moving on with your life. You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy, you know?
Oh, we're going to continue to update the units, all right? Continue to stay on the line with me. How old is she? Continue to stay on the line with me, okay?
I don't have access. I've been calling her all morning, and she wasn't answering the phone. And I came here the first time, and I just knocked. And I was like, I seen her car. I didn't see her car in the parking lot. She always parking in handicap. So when I came back the second time, I seen her car outside. I'm like, she has to be here. So when I came, I knocked really hard, and she has a little dog, and she didn't answer. So I just tried the door, and when I opened the door, she was on the floor.
The door was unlocked.
Yeah, the door was unlocked.
So have you been in the house?
Just now, yes, and I just came the second
Did you
time.
see anybody in the residence?
No.
I just want to get some more information
No.
before I get in there.
No.
Is it a 1 or 2 bedroom?
It's a 2-bedroom.
Was she on any medication, anything?
No, not that I know. She worked a party last night, and then that was it. And I called her this morning. I was calling her this morning, texting her, and her phone was delivering the text.
Somebody fly out of state to come and kill somebody's crazy.
Yes, she's like my girlfriend. Yes, yes. Right here. No children, just a little dog. 200.
By Monday, July 25th, 2022, investigators obtained an official first-degree murder warrant for Thompson's arrest. And on Wednesday, August 3rd, 2022, at around 1:15 p.m., NYPD officers in Springfield Gardens, Queens, located and arrested Skyana Thompson on the Florida warrant. She was taken into custody without incident. From there, she was held while Florida authorities completed the extradition process. That same day, Broward Sheriff's Office publicly confirmed the arrest. Authorities quickly discovered that she was pregnant. According to authorities, she was 4 months pregnant when she was arrested and 2 months pregnant when the crime went down. Facing life in prison on a murder charge, she decided to take it to trial. In October 2025, she did just that, taking a stand in her own defense. This time, claiming self-defense. Broward Sheriff's Office officials said
How the
Thompson
fuck?
flew.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get people, man. I get everybody wanna, leave and get out of jail and not go to jail, but be fucking for real. You understand what I'm saying? I know, you know, people, relationships and shit drive people crazy. You know what I'm saying? I would never do nothing out of in that kind of anger, but you know, go hang out, get a drink or some shit. Not no killing nobody or going back and doing some wild shit. Shorty, you flew from New York City through multiple airports, multiple cabs, multiple establishments, multiple ring doorbells, and you think that you're gonna try to sit up here and claim self-defense? Why would you out here in the first place? You know what I'm saying? And if it was self-defense, why they found your ass in New York City and not right there saying, "Hey, I was trying to defend myself, and this will happen"? Be fucking for real. You know what I'm saying? Then only that, my thing is why you gonna defend yourself if you know, like, why you gonna represent yourself if you know you innocent? Why? Let your attorney handle that. Give all the information they need. They're gonna talk the lawyer language. No, I want to go up there and represent myself. You guilty. You know what I'm saying? You guilty.
To South Florida from New York.
And it's sad that you got a kid, man.
With the intent of killing Hodgson. Prosecutors said Thompson was jealous of Hodgson, was dating Thompson's ex-boyfriend. On the second week of October, on the fourth day of trial, Thompson took the stand and told jurors she went to Hodgson's apartment uninvited to talk woman to woman about dating the same man.
See?
She claimed Hodgson attacked her and punched her in the face. Thompson
I would
said
too.
During that time, she claimed Hodgson cut her stomach with a piece of glass, and afterwards Thompson grabbed the glass and then blacked out. She then allegedly awoke to Hodgson's dead on the floor. May she rest in peace and love and condolences to her family.
Accused of killing her romantic rival in Tamarack, took the stand in her own defense today.
State prosecutors allege Sakina Thompson flew from New York to South Florida to kill her boyfriend's lover in 2022. NBC6's Marissa Bagg was the only reporter inside the courtroom for her testimony. Marissa, she didn't deny
You
the
went there
killing,
with
right?
that. With that intention to kill that girl.
She did not deny it. She says that she acted in self-defense that night, and she went on to tell the jury that she at least tried to clean up some of the crime scene and that she did not call police because she was afraid.
When I know I did no shit wrong,
Of testifying in
come
her
get
own
him.
defense,
You mean, like,
Sakina
what are you talking
Thompson
about?
told jurors she was jealous of the relationship her boyfriend had with the victim, Kayla Hodgson.
A little, I guess you could say, jealous and like insecure.
Thompson admitted to flying from New York to Tamarack in July of 2022, in part to confront Hodgson about the relationship, hoping to convince the other woman to stop. This video shows Thompson showing up unexpectedly at Hodgson's Tamarack apartment at 4 o'clock
Why
in the
you
morning.
gonna go to her house and tell her to stop? Why you don't tell your nigga to stop? The one you be fighting over. I can't stand when people wanna attack other people's. You understand? Like other people's. Like when they wanna attack the other party. Attack the person you supposed to be dating, bro. Attack them. Go confront them. You wanna go confront the girl for what? She only going with the nigga telling her. And even if you do exist, that's not her problem. He telling her he don't want you. That shit crazy,
When
man.
Hodgson let her in, Thompson says a conversation about their love triangle quickly turned sour. Thompson says Hodgson hit her over the head with a hookah.
I would have too. Fuck out my house.
Here and punching me, and I'm on the floor. I'm kicking. I'm trying to get up to fight back at this point because now it's a fight.
Thompson was 2 months pregnant at the time. She told the jury she had no choice but to grab something sharp and defend herself.
I told her I was pregnant, so I felt like she was trying to hurt me and my baby. I didn't just fight for me. I fought for me and my baby.
Thompson testified that when she thought Hodgson was dead, she tried to clean up parts of the crime scene with Lysol wipes and paper towels. She admitted to changing into Hodgson's clothes. This video shows her leaving the victim's apartment in those clothes.
That's not self-defense.
I had to change at that point because I'm like, I can't leave out of here looking like this.
Why did you feel like you had to change?
Because there was blood everywhere.
Thompson's attorney asked her why she didn't call 911.
Why didn't you call the police?
I was scared. Scared.
Okay, what were you scared of?
I was pregnant and like I just killed somebody.
Now, Now, the state is adamant that Thompson came down here with the intent to kill that day. Prosecutors will have the opportunity to cross-examine her when the trial resumes Monday morning.
During the trial, jurors heard 4 hours of closing arguments that were centered on whether Thompson planned to kill Hodgson or whether Thompson acted in self-defense. The defense attorney insisted Thompson didn't start the fight and said Hodgson struck Thompson over the head and cut her stomach. They said the killing was unfortunate, but it was only Thompson's attempts to save her own life and the life of her unborn child. The defense attorney quoted, "She thought, oh God, she's coming for me and my baby." That's when she grabs the glass and blacks out. She knows she slashed. She's not saying she didn't cause that. She can't tell you the order that happened in. This was a fight, a mutual fight. But the state said Thompson tried to conceal her identity that night by coming into the apartment in a hat and a COVID-19 mask and use a fake Uber account to get there and back to her hotel. The defense countered that there is no evidence Thompson bought a weapon and that Hodgson led her into her home. Yet and still, after a week-long trial, she was found guilty and had to wait almost 2 months to learn her fate. And on December 1st, 2025, the judge would give her a sentence of this while also making a statement in regards to her actions.
Defense, did you guys want to say anything?
No, Your Honor. Ms. Thompson in her PSI did make some comments to the family, so we just asked the state to show the family that.
Well, I'm not going to read them. If she wants to read them, she can read them, but that's 100% up to her. So having said that, anything else we need to do before sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so with that, court read the PSI, read the letters in support of the defendant, heard from every single member of the family wanted to speak to me with regard to Ms. Thompson. With that, I'm sorry, with the decedent, Kayla. Having said that, and having watched the trial and having watched the jury's reactions to each individual thing that was placed in evidence and having watched the witnesses testify as to what they testified to, it's interesting that I note that the defendant was in the beauty business, and the beauty business is what led the police to the defendant through the DNA sample that was found underneath the fingernail of the victim. With that, I also understand I have no discretion whatsoever, nor would I want any discretion whatsoever with regard to this particular case. I do believe the defendant needs to go to prison. I do believe the defendant's, in this particular situation's crime was heinous in the way she tracked down, located, showed up, and then killed Ms. Thompson with that.
How you explain all of that? You know what I'm saying?
Ms. Thompson to adjudicated guilty sentence to life in prison. Under Florida's criminal punishment code, that's without parole. And she will serve the remainder of her life in prison. And anything else?
In order of restitution and
She not crying, she not sobbing, none of that shit.
Will be a civil lien. With that, anything further with regard to the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. With that, Ms. Thompson, you have 30 days to appeal the sentence of court. You cannot afford a lawyer will represent you. And I will make the pre-sentence investigation letters and the information that was presented to me a part of the court proceedings. Thank you very much. And our business is concluded for the day.
She didn't say I'm sorry. It was an accident. No, hell no. That shit can't. Yeah, hell no. Hell no. She went through
I didn't
every
want to
attempt to
drag
kill
this
that girl.
story and make it an hour long because I saw so many people talked about it, and I want to give you guys an update and a recap for those who like to watch it from this platform. This is one of those cases where investigators had to piece together a trail crossing state lines, and the moment they connected it to a suspect living over 1,000 miles away, everything changed. 3 years later, justice was finally delivered in the Broward County courtroom. 2 lives gone, one physically and one to the system. Not to mention, there's no clue whether she had the baby or did she deliver the baby while incarcerated. but it's just an unfortunate thing to think about. Want to send love and prayers to everyone that was involved. Now, as mentioned, we don't know if the boyfriend was the current boyfriend who was the ex, but I want to share a conversation with the best friend and detectives the night all this went down while on the phone. She telling authorities that it was another guy that she was talking to, which was her ex. And God knows, it'd be crazy to know that she did this from someone she don't even talk to anymore. But check this clip out before I let y'all go. And until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Hello? What's going on? She gone, Janisa. She's gone. Yeah, I was calling her all this morning and she wasn't answering the phone. And I'm texting her, she wasn't answering. So I came here and I knocked on the door and I didn't see her car in the parking lot. So I knocked on the door, banging on the door. She didn't answer, so I left. So when I texted her again, she didn't answer. So I'm like, let me swing back by. When I came back, I seen her car parked outside the complex on the back end. So when I went around, I looked, I'm like, that's her car, so she has to be here. So when I came back upstairs, I knocked on the door again, and then I just opened the door was unlocked, and she was right on the floor. Yes. Yes, everywhere. I don't know, man. I don't know. Did you talk to her when she got home last night?
Then they know that this dude found her, and they come to find out, and again, like he said, they don't know if it's his ex or if another dude's ex, to find out that someone's ex-lover came back and killed her and then left back to the estate. Like, that shit is crazy to come to find out. And it took them, what, a few months to find this shit out? That's like, mind fucking is crazy. Mind fuck, I just find it.
Her friend said she checked her location because they shared location around 4 o'clock and she was driving home.
Good, how are you?
I'm not too good.
I understand, I'm sorry. Are you friends with this
That's her
individual?
best friend.
Yeah, that's my best friend.
Do you work at the spot with her?
I do not.
Okay, what is your first name?
Janisa, J-E-N-I-S-A.
J-E-N-I-S-A?
J-E-N-N-I-S-A.
I'm sorry, it was breaking up. J-E-N-N-I-S-A. And your last name?
T-A-I-T-T.
Say it, spell it again.
T is in Tom, A is in Apple, I is in Igloo, T is in Tom, T is in Tom.
T-A-I-T-T.
Correct.
And you guys share each other's location?
Yes.
Victim shared. And you saw her location kind of moving towards her residence?
Yes, around, I can tell you the exact time.
And is this through iPhone?
Yes. This was around 4:25 a.m.
And was it just in movement, like in direction of her house, or you actually saw it at her house?
It was in direction of her house on Commercial. She was driving towards her house.
Commercial, I'm sorry, what time?
4:25.
4:25.
Do we have the victim's cell phone number?
Yeah.
Can you give it to the deputy?
Give
And look, they're going through all of this shit, I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is crazy.
When was the last time did you talk to her at all in the morning, or just saw the location?
Yes, I spoke to her at 1 a.m.
Okay. And she was at work?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on, let me get the
They need the X number.
That individual that you were talking about before we got disconnected, who is that to her?
That's her ex-boyfriend from like a couple months ago.
A couple months ago? What's his first name?
Javon.
Like J-O?
J-A-B-O-N.
Do you know his last name?
No.
Okay. White or black male?
Black.
Do you know his birth date or how old he is?
No.
Okay. And age range, can you give me a range of?
Like 26 to 32.
26 to 32 years old. Okay. And do you know if she was still talking to him not as in dating, but just in communication with him the last couple months?
Yes.
Was still in communication?
Yes.
As in hanging out or just on the phone?
On the phone.
Okay. Thank you. And is this Janice?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And he got blood all over his hands. Hey, look, man, like I said before, man, this individual rest in peace. My condolences go out to our loved ones and anyone that may have been affected. It's a sad situation across the board. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, and it doesn't confirm who the ex that's involved, unless that was him that they showed on the screen, or if it was a current ex or a past ex. But it just sucks, you know, when you're living your life, doing whatever you want to do, not doing whatever, but doing what you got to do for yourself, and come to find out someone that's out there is jealous of you, you understand, or, you know, envious of the fact that that they moved on from you to them because you were either one treating them better, they appreciated more what you were doing, whatever the case may have you. They chose to move on with their life, and you were the person they chose to move on with. Come to find out that their ex-lover came to attack you, trying to confront you with a situation that you have no control over. If your partner is cheating on you with somebody else, don't go to the person that they're cheating with. Go to your partner. They have full control over the situation. You understand? The person that you're dealing with, your partner, whatever the case may have you, they're choosing to deal with this person. You understand? It's not like they're forcing them or they won't just stop leaving them alone. No, this person is choosing to continue with them. You don't know what he's telling her to make her continue to come around or whatever the case may have you. But to me personally, this shit was completely set up. You had every intention to get on that plane, 2 months pregnant, to fly to Florida and do what you did. You understand? It doesn't make sense to me why you would do that, because at the end of the day, again, you're 2 months pregnant. You're pregnant. You understand? You shouldn't even entertain that situation because you were pregnant. You understand? You know what the possibilities are. Nobody's gonna allow somebody to pop up at their door randomly and be like, "Oh yeah, hi, come on in. I'm gonna give you a glass of water or a cup of coffee. What would you like?" No. Especially not over no man or girl. You understand? You knew what you were doing and what was going to be the outcome, or potentially be the outcome, if you went down there and did that. You understand? So I think it was intentional. Like I said before, may she rest in peace. I just think that's more so important for you to know who you're dealing with and who you're dating. And a lot of people be like, yo, don't try to share your past with people, but you got to. You understand? So that way you know what you're getting yourself into, who this person possibly dealt with. You know, if you want to deal with it, someone cool, but if you're not, you know, all right, cool, this person got a toxic ex or bad relationship previously, and this may come with certain things that I'm not ready to deal with, and you have every option to walk away. But when you just you know what, I'm gonna deal with somebody, and whatever happens, it's not always the best situation. So it's a dumb situation overall. It just seems like a relationship thing. Again, I feel like it's important and to make sure you end your old relationships or whoever you're dealing with off on a good note. You understand? So that way you don't have to worry about them coming to retaliate or whatever the case may have you. Some people got mental issues, like she said, insecurities or things that they feel wrong with themselves, and they choose to want to retaliate or out of jealousy, whatever the case may have you. But that's never going to be okay or give an excuse as to why it's okay for you to go and take someone else's life over a relationship. Never going to be okay. So again, may she rest in peace. You got the punishment you deserve, in my opinion. You shouldn't have took your ass out there knowing that you was pregnant, or even knowing that the girl didn't welcome you to come to her house. So you got what you deserve, in my opinion. Be careful who you deal with. Make sure you know what about their past, so that you have the choice to either deal with it or walk away. But other than that, make sure you rest in peace. And I feel like in this situation, justice was served, and that's that. That's the end of the video. Wish you like, comment, subscribe, what you guys think in the comment section below. You guys let me for this video. Until next time, I'll see y'all.